Hi guys, welcome back to Maxie's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making crepes. Now these were very delicious and we're going to use them to make two different revamped versions. So I made one with berry compote and I made the compote myself, and I also made one with Biscoff toppings. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. So here's a list of all the ingredients you need to make the crepes. Now you might need a bit more milk or a bit more water, but I'll talk you through that once we get there. So I'm mixing all the dry ingredients. The only dry ingredient I didn't add was the nutmeg, but to be honest, you can add the nutmeg to this at this point. The next thing I added was my evaporated milk. Now this is tinned milk in Ghana, so we have different brands like Ideal, we have Peak, we have Carnation, we have different brands. So after that I added my melted butter, and then I'm adding my whole milk in quotes. This was just water mixed with the leftover evaporated milk in the ramekin. But don't worry, I've given you the right proportions of whole milk and evaporated milk you should use in the ingredient list, so please follow that. So I actually got a thick batter, but I thinned it out with whole milk. So once again, I've measured it and I put that in the ingredient list, so just follow everything there. I forgot about my eggs, but you can't really go wrong with making crepes. You just have to honestly mix everything together, and that's just what I've done. So once we've mixed everything together, we're going to start frying the crepes. Moving on, so we're frying the crepes now. I'm just spreading some melted butter in my pan. You can use oil, but don't pour a lot of oil inside. Just brush the pan with some butter or oil. And then put your crepe batter into the pan and just like move it around the pan like what I'm doing until it gets to the very, sides of it. Now, to be honest, don't expect your first crepe to come out looking very good because mine didn't. So this was the second one that I made and it turned out pretty good. So I flipped it, gave it a few minutes on the other side, and it was done. So I took it out and made the rest. Now let's make our Biscoff crepes. Here are the things you need. I'm not going to give you measurements because you would need more or less than I did. So I'm just folding the crepes that I made into this beautiful triangle shape. I did that for 4 of them, and I arranged them on the plates. To be honest, feel free to do whatever you like, any design that you like, but this is what I did. I didn't quite get it at the center of the plate, but that's okay. So I crushed some of the Biscoff biscuits, and I'm just using that for a really nice design close to the edges of the crepes on the plate. I think I only had to crush about 3 Biscoff biscuits to do this, and I still had some left, so please don't use a lot more than that, you just waste it. And then I also got some honeycomb ice cream. This ice cream is really good, so I just scooped it at the center of the plate. Feel free to use whatever kind of ice cream that you like. And I got the Biscoff spread, put it in a bowl and melted it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. After I melted, I put it in my piping bag, cut the very edge of the piping bag. I didn't make a very big cut, just a small cut, and then I just drizzled that over everything. This was so good. You guys need to try it and let me know how you like it when you do, because it was actually really good. Moving on to the berry compote crepes. Here's a list of the ingredients you need. So the fresh berries, icing sugar, and mint I put the very first part. It's optional if you want to like make your crepes look really good at the end. But let's make the compote. So I put my fresh berries in the pot, added the sugar, some of the mint leaves. Now this is optional. If you don't have mint leaves, then it's fine, don't add it. I used lemon juice. You can replace that with lime juice. And then I added water. So make sure you're using equal amounts of sugar and water in this recipe. And then we're just going to let it boil for some time. Now for a compote, you don't want to smash the fruits too much. You want to leave them as they are. So I just let that thicken for a while. For some time, I made that like boil on medium to low heat. And after it thickened, I just took it off the heat. And after all the sugar melted, obviously. So I transferred that into this nice jar or pot. I don't know what it is, but yeah. And I'm arranging my crepes on this plate or platter. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. I arranged my crepes on it and then I topped everything off with some fresh berries. So I use raspberries and blueberries. You can use strawberries, you can use blackberries, any kind of berries that you fancy or any fruits that you actually fancy. I just use berries because we made a berry compote, so yeah. I'm also using some mint leaves for a pop of color, you know, to make it look very pretty. Now I'm just going to grab my compote and just put it all over my crepes. So I actually decided to put it at the center because I just thought it would look very fancy there. So yeah, add as much as you like or as little as you like, but I feel like adding a lot makes it more dramatic and it's nicer that way, so yeah. Okay, so once everything is looking dramatic enough, you want to sprinkle some icing sugar over the crepes to give it like a snowy effect, which I really love. And that's it, guys. Very simple, yet really delicious. You guys need to try this one out. But I think people prefer the Biscoff one more. But I mean, they're both really good. You should try both of them if you can. Thank you for sticking with me, and please subscribe to my channel. Comment below, share this video, like the video, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!